I think we're live. Yes, we're live. All right. Hello, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero with this next Games and Storms live. And for this, we're going to do a live unboxing. So all I did for this was pretty much just open the flap to make sure nothing was damaged. The product inside, I have not even opened yet. I just looked at the box to make sure all was good. So today, that's what I was waiting for a little bit for the little delay in the Games and Storms live today. So it's going to be just a little bit of a shorter stream for today than the usual. Delvin, hello, how are you? We are still gaining daylight just for a little bit longer. The summer solstice is just upon us. What's today, the 18th? Yeah, the 18th already. My birthday is coming up next week. Hello, Meg. Thank you for joining. Raymond, hello, how are you, Raymond? And I don't know about New York City. I would assume it's very humid because just outside New York City, more west, it's very humid. All right, Delvin, what do we got? 8:23 sunset in Boston. And yes, sad to say that this is. Ooh, let me turn this hot here with the camera light. Let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's a tiny bit better. Okay. Yes, this is the last Games and Storms live before we actually get to start losing daylight. We're still gaining daylight a little bit in the beginning and a little bit at the end of the day at the moment. And interesting, humid there too. So this feels like it's pretty much all of the Northeast that is very humid for today. I'm still trying to get this lighting adjusted ever so slightly. There's one step up. I think that should be okay. Forgot to mute that. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to cover today, a little bit of what's going on right now. We're going to talk more about that humidity. And then we're going to talk about what we are going to expect for the week ahead. After that, we're going to get to that unboxing and a little bit of some gameplay. Pete, hello. Thank you for joining. How are you doing, Pete? So we got Delvin, we got Meg, we got Raymond, and we got Pete. Hope everybody's enjoying the rest of their afternoon. So let me pop up some of these maps here. Now, interesting with the setup currently, what I had to do was, the gaming computer, it was, for some reason, just using up so much storage on the main boot drive. The RAID array I have in there was totally fine. So I had to actually fully erase the computer. Not the not the RAID drives where I have all my game libraries stored. But I had to fully erase and reset the main boot drive on the computer. That took about a day. Glad to hear everything's going well, Pete. And the summer solstice. Let me get the exact timing. Oh, I have a computer right in front of me. Duh. Let me get the exact timing. Summer solstice 2019. Summer solstice time. I'm not getting a time. There we go. Specifically, June 21st at 4:50. Oh, that's London. I don't care about London. Let's go New York City. Here we go. June solstice, summer solstice, Friday, June 24th, 21st, sorry. June 21st. Word mumbles today. There we go. Thank you, Delvin. 11:54 a.m. I don't know why my computer keeps defaulting to London. Everything I do thinks I'm in London. May have to do with the internet protection I'm having right now. So as far as anybody else, they think I'm in London, but I'm not. Yes, Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So, Raymond, that specific time, 11:54 a.m. our time, the Eastern time, that's going to be the point after which we start losing daylight. So the first full day of summer is going to be June 22nd. And from that point through December, we're going to be losing daylight. So enjoy the next couple of days. And Raymond, yes, I do use a VPN. But Raymond, also, the next couple of days, we're going to be slowly gaining daylight just a little bit more. So enjoy that until we start losing daylight on the 21st, and then the first full day of summer, June 22nd. Alright, so I got that up. I got some radar. Let me bring up some satellite. I think this bookmark is out of date. HTTPS. A lot of these sites are getting upgraded to HTTPS, which is good. Alright, I got that up. And we're going to look at some of the forecast models. We got the GFS. Oh, one of these the Thursday games and storms from last week. I did say something about we're going to check back on Tuesday's games and storms. Does anybody remember what I said with that? Nah, I don't 100% remember what I said. So we got the GFS icon NAM. I also want to bring up the HRRR. Where is there it is, HRRR. Again, an outdated link. Let's see, what model run are we going to use? That's not enough. Let's go to 12Z. That's enough. Yes! Ah, Raymond, that was it. To see if the GFS is broken. What were we checking with the GFS? And any severe thunderstorms out there? Well, let's see. I originally started this stream by saying I was going to play Battlefield 5, but then I realized I didn't finish installing it. There's still game system, like I have Steam, which is where Doom is, so I can play Doom. I still have to download Uplay. I still have to download Origin for EA. So Doom is all I have, and Minecraft. I decided I haven't played a long session of Doom in a while. And wow, it's raining out there. But I do have Radar Scope. That was one of the first things I downloaded back onto the computer. Okay. No severe thunderstorms at the moment through the tri-state. And I guess we'll start with this. Let me make this full screen. I have my yeah, good. We're recording as well. So here, that one button click should have done everything. Oh yes, Raymond, watch out for the copyrighted music. But for some reason, the intense music, that really intense music of Doom, doesn't flag anything, thankfully. but also my commentary as I discovered that as I keep talking through that, and the sounds of like gunfire and screams and things blowing up, that actually prevents the copyright trigger with all the music. What happened last time when I played Battlefield 5, it was I think it was the Mardi Gras special Games and Storms Live I did. What happened was there was a point where I left, I think I went to the bathroom, and it was sitting without any input from me, and it was sitting on like a welcome screen with some music playing and nothing else. So that little like minute and a half, or I think it was specifically like a minute 15 seconds, that one little bit was copyright claimed. Nothing bad against the channel. All that happened was that little minute and a half ish that I wasn't on the stream. You cut the audio out of that little piece, and it's fine. It's all gone. So it was interesting. Copyright strike and content ID claim are two very different things. And I hope nobody minds. I have the air conditioner blowing right behind here. Oh, I'm also going to do one other thing. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera. 1 second. Okay, what I did was I actually have backlighting, so a little light strip going behind the computer, which is very nice looking. Rained heavy up here in Orange County. Oh, Raymond, that music was Battlefield 5. Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 are they feel similar just because they're the older games, not modern, which is the new Modern Warfare, which I'm hoping is good. But that was Battlefield 5 with that funny. It's a long way to Tipperary. Meg, yes, thank you for looking that up. Your your comments were very funny. Okay, so here we're looking at the radar throughout the like New York City metro area, and right near here, Wayne, Patterson, any other towns in here, West Caldwell. There's some pretty intense rains. There's some flash flood warnings, but I know Raymond, you asked. There's no severe weather. And Meg, yes, London, that Greenwich Mean Time, GMT or UTC, or in the meteorology field, we call it Zulu time. I don't know the history of why it's called Zulu time. Like I say, a 12Z model run, the Z stands for Zulu. So 12Z is 12 GMT, which is 8 p.m. 8 a.m. Eastern time. But I think, Meg, it actually had to do with the VPN that I have set up with the computer. That it's routing the internet through London and then back, so there like no one can easily get into the internet connection between point A, where I'm sitting right now, and point B, which is you guys. But back to here. So there's nothing severe at the moment. We have some severe weather in Virginia. You see, I'm struggling with words today. Norfolk, 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 Richmond. I can't talk today. I don't know why. Meg, yes, you know this too. But here, there you go, Roanoke. The Roanoke radar. Some pretty intense little lines there. And here's some of your severe weather, which is not in our area. And if we go out a little bit more, let's go into here. We're in Wichita, Kansas. Tornado warning. This, look at that. That is your classic textbook example of a hook echo. Right here, we're starting to get this little hook. So spinning around here and then coming right into here. So that tornado is probably right in the nook of the hook. Raymond, we're out of that for right now, so I have a Sprite. Going back more into our area, we just have these flash flood warnings with these more intense lines of rain. Can I click on any of these? Oh, I know why. We could do that, and now I could do that. Flood warning. A flash flood warning. These all look like flash flood warnings. Flash flood warning. That's because that heavy stuff is pretty much heading through central New Jersey at the moment. Any rain, Delvin? Thank you for that. Interesting. I didn't know there were some places nearby that have different sunset times. And the Albany radar. Let's pop up some Albany radar. So no, maybe a little there, but most of this is the Hudson Valley and south. Let's just switch to the Pennsylvania. Yeah, not really a lot there. Buffalo. Most of it is just right here in Jersey and Long Island, Connecticut, going from north there. Let's switch to Boston. Even still not that much in that area, but we're seeing some of that rain off the south shore of Long Island. It looks like most of that rain's right there. Come on, there we go. So that's what's happening out there right now. And that's kind of what we're seeing with the big picture, and this is a composite radar. Some rain in the area throughout most of central New Jersey. Going into the Hudson Valley. What did I say? I think I said it was the 3-kilometer NAM that picked up this dual banding. And we're kind of seeing that. Let me pull this radar back up. So it's mostly the northern band of rain there. And there was this little bit of further south that went through. And we're kind of seeing that there, these two bands. And that was kind of hinted at actually by that 3-kilometer NAM. Now let's take a look at some of the satellite. So there's nothing really fast moving at the moment here. All of it pretty much is just going mostly northeast, to the northeast. We got a low pressure, looks like, here in the central part of the U.S. And what's interesting here, you can see this outflow. So I've mentioned this before. We have a low pressure center at the surface, and this is all for the northern hemisphere because it's opposite for the southern hemisphere. You have a low pressure center, so that means higher pressure around it, and all that air is trying to force inward because of the low pressure. When it comes inward, it converges. It has to go somewhere, so it goes up. And as it goes up, that rising motion is the unstable air. And then once it hits the top of the troposphere, that tropopause, or as high up as it can go with the LCL, the lifted condensation level, it then spreads out. And that's what we're seeing here, this clockwise outward flow aloft. And yeah, it was the Kansas one, right? You're talking about, Raymond? Yeah, it was pretty much that. So here's your typical outflow. And we have kind of this spinning inward motion, but you can see kind of here that's where those bubbling thunderstorms are happening. Back in our area, we don't really see too much. I want to take a look at some water vapor. There's nothing really that's dry. And that's kind of what we're feeling with all this humidity. There's no dry air at all through the continental U.S. here. All this blue and green, that's all pretty moist air. You can see the only little bit of dry air you're starting to see Mexico. That panhandle here. That yellow, that's what would be dry air. When we switch to the lower level water vapor, a little bit different story here. We're getting a bit more dry air coming in at the lower level than the upper level. And then you can see these oranges are really dry. So that's about the same here. And kind of interesting design. Interesting shape with that. That's a pretty strong front. But that's kind of following with these little bubbling up of thunderstorms that we're seeing. You kind of see that coming from Long Island. Some more bubbling up here in Virginia. That's where I think that severe thunderstorm warning was. The other one I don't really look too much. Ozone. Interesting to see for the ozone, but usually I just stick with the red. Visible red band. And then this is going to be composite radar similar to the National Weather Service, but you're seeing it all in one view here. Now going into the models, and what we're going to see is, I've already looked at these, it's very consistent. Excuse me. We have thunderstorms, chance still today. That moves out and going into tomorrow. We're just seeing, looks like just some more rain through the day, so it looks like it's going to be another soggy day. Thursday, this is still the GFS. It still looks soggy there. Here comes that next low pressure with that increased pressure gradient on the backside. And as we get into, okay, that was weird. Everything looks fine. I don't know if you guys heard it in the stream, but it was the sound of a USB unplug. Anyway, so going into Friday, still a rainy day on Friday, but we're seeing, at least for the first half, that increased pressure gradient. And then Friday evening going into Saturday, dry, but that increased pressure gradient still with this high pressure coming through. As this kind of scoots through, the pressure gradient, meaning the winds, is going to start dying down until we get into, let's say, into Monday even, later Monday going into Tuesday. And Raymond, you are correct there. Going back here, on the back side of this low pressure system, if this was more in the winter, if there was any kind of a wet snow or just cold rain situation, on the back side here, you would get what's called wraparound snow. Because if you follow these isobars, this is showing where the wind's coming from. So we have that counterclockwise rotation around the low. So these are northerly winds. So that's where we would be seeing northerly winds coming down and cooling off the air enough to turn that into snow if it was the winter. And then going through maybe some more rain on Tuesday, but not as much. It looks like that marine layer kind of stabilizes after this moves out. So that's the GFS. We're going to look at the icon. With the icon going into Wednesday. Still looks like a rainy day. Again, it's still going to be higher humidity. So we could be seeing some pop-up thunderstorms as well. Kind of like a chance for today. And continuing through Thursday, maybe drier in the morning with a little spot shower here and there, but then more steady rain coming through later in the evening on Thursday. And then going into overnight Thursday into Friday. This is a little bit faster on this icon than the GFS. This has the rain mostly out by 15Z. It's because it was starting a little bit sooner. This is starting 8 p.m. Thursday. And then going into Friday, we still have that increased pressure gradient behind us. So again, windy conditions. Saturday, looks like the high still keeping everything at bay. Going into Sunday, still looks okay. Sunday's less windy than it is on Saturday. And then going into Monday here, we're seeing maybe again some more showers, more south later in the day. And then Tuesday, as far out as this forecast model goes, there is some more rain. But again, that's a week out. The last couple here, I want to show the NAM. This is just a 12-kilometer NAM. We're kind of still seeing sogginess go through tomorrow. This one's a little bit more centered in central New Jersey, going through the South Shore of Long Island. Thursday, it's on that it's faster track than the GFS, but not as intense. I think my keyboard is doing something weird with unplugging and replugging in. And then as far out as the NAM goes is Friday morning, which since this is on the faster track, it's looking like by Friday morning, this is 12Z Friday is 8 a.m. This is pretty much dry, except going Vermont through Maine there. What may happen, though, is this may slow down a little bit. That's just my kind of educated guess. Yes, Delvin. I think that's pretty cool, pretty interesting, too, that those two places almost in the same area are an hour and 39-minute difference in terms of sunset times. Okay. So Friday again looks windy. And then this is really just going to be for today with the HRRR going through here. Again, this is starting at the 12Z. This is the 1 kilometer resolution. So again, throughout this evening, we could be seeing that it's still picking up on that kind of split, those two separate bands. But then that should be out by, say, 8 p.m. Maybe some lingering stuff around here. Some more coming through for late into the night, going into tomorrow for Wednesday. Scattered rain, but then here, there's another little line coming through. So this could pop up some storms, and that's tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow evening. And that's as far out as that forecast model goes. So as of 8 p.m., we're still seeing some lines of some stuff. So it looks like it's going to be fairly soggy. It looks like we're also going to have that humidity with us for the next few days. And then this pattern changes on Friday. That's where that storm system makes its way out, but we will be seeing some windier conditions going into the weekend. All right, so now I'm going to switch back here. And what we're going to do next is a little unboxing. So, Meg, I did talk about this was the package I was waiting for. So I did open it up. Just want to make sure no addresses are shown. We are good. There. Okay. So here. Oh, and it's perfectly on this side. It's almost like I planned this ahead of time. Okay. It's a dense little guy. But this is from a company called Gigabyte. Gigabyte RX 580 gaming box. So this inside has the RX 580, the graphics card. Now this is considered an eGPU, external graphics processing unit. Now you may be thinking, why would you need that if you have a gaming computer with the RTX 2080 built in? Or just physically inserted into the motherboard, the PCIe slot. This is not for, there we go, gaming box. This is not for the gaming computer, even though technically it says the gaming box. So the new setup I'm going to be going with, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this on the last stream, but I know Mega was talking to you about it, was I have two computers. I had a laptop that was decently powered, and I had an iMac that was also decently powered. Now, two separate computers, didn't necessarily need the two separate computers, and now with the MacBook Pro, the new ones that have the 8-core, so I'm upgrading my laptop to that, and with that, this Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt connection on here plugs straight into the MacBook Pro, and this would be the same thing with any kind of laptop that has, or even anything that has Thunderbolt 3 over the USB Type-C connection. This gives almost, it is a desktop class processor. So it's giving you a desktop class processor into the laptop. It's not going to give it its full potential just because with Thunderbolt there is some overhead, about 20%. So of the RX 580, say 100% power of the RX 580, you're only going to have about 80% of that usable, which is still better than what will be on the internal side of the graphics system with the computer. But it's still powerful enough that when I do my travels, I go with this. And that laptop will be powerful enough to actually make some videos. Back in April, when I did that special weather video on the beach, it was a problem because, what was that, a 15, 18-minute video? That took like 2 hours to make on the other computer. It was that underpowered for the new Canon camera. The footage coming off of that is very dense. For those of you that are familiar with gigabytes, essentially, 10 minutes of video from this Canon camera is about 25 gigabytes. That's a lot. And the laptop wasn't able to handle that. The iMac was a little bit, but this is a much more streamlined system where I have two, like this desk setup, and I'll have another one in the studio with the gaming box. So this will give more processing units, essentially, for Final Cut, which I use to edit the videos. Alright, so let's get to opening this guy up. Let's see if I can figure this out. I think it opens this way. There we go. Okay, that opens on the side. Get your little pull tab out here. Inconspicuous black box that has Gigabyte right there on the front. And now, let's open this up. You guys, yep, you could see that. And what was interesting with this particular one, so we have our standard power cord. This is the Thunderbolt cable that it comes with, even though I have one other one. And what we got here, shoulder strap. the shoulder strap is for this. So that external graphics card, the eGPU, is in this nice little travel box. And what's neat, or travel bag, this matches perfectly with my backpack, which is right here. So my backpack, black on the outside, orange on the inside. So when you look inside, anything that's down there you can see easily. And that's what is here, black and orange on the inside. So now, let's unzip this. It has some little pockets on the outside there. This looks like it's for the strap. See, there's the black and orange, just like the backpack. Looks like we have some documentation. Graphics driver. However, I don't need the driver because the driver is actually built right into the Mac operating system. And this thing is tiny. It's dense, but it's tiny. What we got? Gigabyte qualify. Let's see. Gigabyte qualified. I don't know what that means. But it says it on those little straps there. Gigabyte qualified. Now I did get this brand new. And I was looking at a couple different things. There was a GPU, an eGPU enclosure from a company called Razer. That was $300 itself, and that doesn't come with a graphics card. This, ooh, that looks nice. So this was also that same price that I got as like a kind of a clearance, just because the RX 580 is an older card now. This is the eGPU. It's really tiny, just for reference. So the iPad I'm using to monitor the stream, iPad, and right there is the eGPU. It's the size, it's almost pretty much the size of an iPad. And then on the back here, so let me see if I can get a better look in here. This fan is a huge fan, so it allows a lot of airflow to go inside the eGPU into the actual graphics card itself there. That's the front, just nothing really on there. The back side, this is a, I think, mini ITX power supply, an SFX power supply that's in there. Got a couple of fans. And then the back side here. So this is the output for the graphics card. So I have HDMI, one HDMI and 3 DisplayPort out right on there. More cooling vents for it to come out. A little one right down there, that's the Thunderbolt connector that would actually go into the laptop. And then here, 4 USBs. So standard USB 3.0, and the orange one is a fast charge. So some phones that do support fast charging, it'll work fine with this. All right, interesting to look. Now, theoretically, yes, it is a standard PCI Express graphics card. So I can open up this box and actually take that out. And when I do that, I have a capture card for an HDMI capture card. I can use that capture card and slot it right into here. And then I have a portable capture card device. Alright, so that looks nice. And again, it's really cool that it's actually inside of this little travel case. So I'll slot that back in here for now. Put the Thunderbolt cable in there. The power cable will go in the outside here. There it is. Oh, I think I had yeah, there's the pouch on the outside. I'll just zip that up for right now. And that's your eGPU, which is why I also looked at this, because if I do ever want to travel with it, It's really small to do that. Okay, now the last part here, yeah, half hour-ish, we're going to play some Doom. Let's load this up. Hopefully there's no updates that need to happen. Okay, so that is ready to go. And here, we'll start playing and switch. Okay, that should be popping up now. And it looks like also if you see at the bottom here, say 4.5-ish% CPU usage. Very good. That new processor. I also tweaked some things a little bit, so it should be working much more stably now. All about that stability. Let me know if the audio mix is not the best. If the game is too loud and you can't hear me over it, let me know. I know a couple of you guys also let me know about the audio, so I'd appreciate any more audio feedback from this. So here, we're going to play a couple. Let's see. Yay, I got my delivery notification. Order delivered, which was that. Okay, I want to check one more thing here. Everything here looks good. Alright. So now, I'm going to go into the arcade mode. What was I playing before? I think it was this. Argent Facility. Argent Energy. Alright. So I have not tried this at all, and the difficulty hurt me plenty.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, can't go there. Alright, this looks like it's smooth. And it actually looks pretty smooth on the gameplay as well. There he is. Oh, I could have Glory killed him. Oh, I missed. Now, that was hard to get to, if I remember right. I feel things notifying me of things. What do we got here? Ah, I see. My studio, I forgot to turn the air conditioner on, so it was humid inside the studio when I got in. So I'm just going to turn that off at the moment. Studio air conditioner will be off. See? Maybe. There we go. Studio air conditioner off. Back to the game. Alright. So I am very excited to get the new version of this. Comes out in November. Doom Eternal. 'Cause I think the idea with that is he is eternally doomed, this player. Come on over here. You can make it. Gold. Go for gold. Oh, I missed. No ammo there. There's my other old reliable. Alright. Oh. Whoa. My screen went blank there. I thought the stream stopped, but didn't. Thankfully. Oh, more health. That's always a good thing. And more ammo. Full ammo. Something in here.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
Okay. Oh, I thought I got it. Oh, I got silver. Am I able to get that thing now? Nope, still can't. I don't know how to get that little piece down there, the little extra life. Alright, I got some health. Oh, another big guy. Alright, now. Gotta figure out. I always kind of get lost in these maps, so I'm not exactly sure. I think I go around this way. I guess that is right. Oh, what am I getting? I'm getting more notifications. Ah, there we go. I don't know why. I'll have to figure out something with that later.
Demonic breach detected.
Oh no, a demonic breach. Haste. So much haste. Ah, Scream and Blink again. I don't know why that's happening. Alright, I got that one for gold. Headshot with a shotgun. Come to me. Oh, I got a big gun there. Not the BFG. Oh, so close to getting that. So close to getting that. Maybe I can get it this time. Ah, nope. I'm gonna try one more time. It's because the other one's a little bit higher. Oh. Ah, it just fell. Okay. There we go.
Extra life acquired.
Got my extra life. I missed one there. I guess I go in here.
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Alright, I think there's a big thing coming up now.
Reach
He had the high ground, but I still won. Is it through this way?
What you are destroying is more valuable than you can possibly imagine. It is a perfect and unlimited energy resource.
Oh, the big guy's not happy.
Warning. Energy contamination at critical levels.
I
We
got
spent
one more.
decades perfecting the science, selling it to humanity. We balanced their hell energy with our science, making it usable.
Is it up
and
there?
safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answer for. It works. You cannot do this.
I'm not sure how to get up there. Ah, I see. There's some more. that thing is. I'm excited for that. Let's trigger this little thing, whatever that's called. And, oh, no, Screen Limp Link. Okay. We're gonna get some punching in. Why is my screen going blank? Was that it? I think that was it for those guys. Did I go around this way? Oh, I did go around this way. And now I have to go around another way. Here?
Questioning your faith? We all have doubts from time to time. A UAC Magus is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the chapel to talk with
Don't know why that's closed. Are you questioning your faith that you're harnessing demons? And Meg, thank you. I know the stream itself is perfectly fine. I feel like it's a weird connection, the new connection I'm using between the gaming computer and this monitor. I don't know if it's like overloaded. Oh, and I still didn't get that thing. Like right now, the screen went blank and now it's back. Not sure why. Let's see if I can get here. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. Let me see if I get back up here. Somewhere through there. This little objective piece.
Remember, the 12 Council of Nine is always watching you.
12 Council of 9. I don't know what that means. Oh, here we go. Duh. Really? That was the end of the level? I wasted that much time. New best! Yeah, because I actually haven't done this before. This level. But look at this. So, 4K, ultra settings as high as it goes. And if you look up at the top, 96, 95 frames per second. 96 it looks like it's hovering more on. FPS, 4K ultra settings. Okay, we're going to call that here. Let me close out of this. Alright, so that pretty much is going to wrap up today's live stream. Thank you all for joining. I enjoyed the conversation. Meg, thank you for joining. Raymond, Delvin, we got Pete in there. What else do we have? I think that was it. So we have Delvin, Meg, Raymond, Pete. Look like it. Thank you guys for the conversation. I really enjoyed it. So I'm not sure if I'm able to get to tomorrow's live stream, but we'll see. If not, then I'll probably see you again. No Full Throttle Thursday this week, but for the weekend outlook forecast on Friday. I'll see if I can get to tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you are brand new to the channel, hit that little subscribe button below and that little bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload videos or I go live like this. More weather updates, more content. I'm still working on Spectra with the movie. The story's almost done, then I'm going to start filming it. And that, again, pretty much wraps this up. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.